In this video, I'll show you how you can take pictures and record your Mac screen. Thanks to Isenia's Beauty Room for the comment that started me on this journey. This video will be one of a small series, so if you'd like to follow along, subscribe. Now when I say taking pictures of the screen, I don't mean using the camera app on your smartphone or using a dedicated camera. Instead, I mean taking a digital picture of the screen using either a built-in macOS function or a dedicated macOS app. Before I jump in, I'll say that there are some circumstances where you'll need to use a separate camera to grab a shot of the screen, but the vast majority of the time you can push a couple of buttons and capture a screenshot on the Mac itself. I put timestamps in the description if you'd like to skip ahead. Why would you want to take a picture of the screen? Maybe you keep seeing some sort of error pop up and you want to show it to your tech support friend. Or maybe you're trying to describe how an app is working for you and want to send a picture to someone so they can see how things look on your Mac. Or maybe you're writing documentation, an email, or making a YouTube video to show someone else the screens they'll see if they follow a predetermined series of steps. In macOS, there's a keyboard shortcut you can press to capture the entire screen. That's Command-Shift-3. Pressing that captures a screenshot and saves it as an image on your Mac's desktop. Depending on the version of macOS you're running, you might see a small thumbnail appear in the lower right corner of your Mac, which you can click to edit the screenshot before it's saved. Also in macOS, you can press Command-Shift and 4 to capture a region of the screen. When you press this key combination, your mouse pointer turns into a small plus sign or crosshair. Position the pointer at the top left of where you'd like to begin capturing, and then click and hold the mouse button and drag down and right. Once you've highlighted the region you'd like to capture, release the mouse button. Like before, you might see a small thumbnail appear in the lower right corner of your Mac. You can click the thumbnail to edit the shot, or just wait a few seconds for the file to be saved to the desktop. If you don't want to wait, you can drag the thumbnail to the right to dismiss it and save the screenshot a bit faster. You can also choose to capture just a window or a menu. Bring the window you want to capture to the foreground, click the menu option to open it if you want to capture the menu, and then press Command-Shift-4. After the mouse pointer becomes a crosshair, you can release the keyboard. Position the crosshair over the window or menu you want to capture, and then press the spacebar to select it. Press Return to capture. With each of the methods I've shown, you can add the Control key to your shortcut, which lets you take a picture of the screen and copy it to the clipboard, instead of saving it as a file on your desktop. Once it's copied to the clipboard, you can go to another app like Notes, or Word, or Email, and then paste the screenshot by pressing Command-V. This can save you a step if you usually go back and delete the saved screenshot after you've placed a copy where you want it to go. Recent versions of macOS have a built-in screenshot app that lets you set several options before you capture the screen. You can run it by clicking the spotlight icon in the menu and searching for screenshot, or you can press Command-Shift-5 to run it. The screenshot app opens with the last options you've chosen, and it displays a floating menu at the bottom of the screen. The first button on the menu cancels the screenshot, which you can also do by pressing the escape key. The next three buttons let you choose what type of screenshot you'll capture, the entire screen, selected windows, or just a portion of the screen, which I'll call a region. And the next two options are for Isenia. They let you choose whether to record the entire screen or just a region of the screen. You'll notice, however, that the computer sound isn't captured as part of the recording. There's an option to choose a microphone, but that's not the computer audio. I'll come back to that in a couple of moments. Next up, options. You can choose where you want screenshots or recordings to be saved and set a delay timer of 5 or 10 seconds. If you've chosen to record a screen, then you can also decide whether you want to capture microphone audio so that you can narrate as you record. Again, this won't include any sound from the computer, but we'll talk about that more in a bit. And finally, you can set whether the screenshot app shows a small thumbnail that appears after a capture, if it remembers the last capture choices you made, or whether it shows mouse clicks. Last on the menu is the capture or record button. You can click that or press the return key to start a capture. You can use audio routing apps like Loopback and Audio Hijack from Rogue Amoeba. Loopback allows you to create a virtual sound device that you can label whatever you want. So you could make a sound device called Computer Sound and then show it as a microphone in the Screenshot app. Audio Hijack allows you to route a sound source like your Mac system audio and maybe combine it with another source like the microphone you plan to use for narration and route them both to the sound device you created with Loopback. There are open source and free alternatives to both of these apps. However, if you're not super tech savvy, you might consider buying them or apps like them so you can have access to technical support if you get stuck. If you plan on doing a lot of screen capturing, then you might want to look at a dedicated screen capture app like Skitch, Lightshot, CleanShot X, or Snagit. Both CleanShot and Snagit have some screen recording capabilities too. However, if you plan to record your Mac screen on a regular basis, then you may want to look into a dedicated screencasting app like ScreenFlow, Screencast-O-Matic, Camtasia, or Movavi. Hey guys, Ivan from the future here. As I was watching this video back, I realized I forgot to mention a popular piece of software that you might want to use if you're making screen recordings on a regular basis. And that's OBS Studio, Open Broadcaster Studio, which is a free and open source screen recording and video application that you can download on Windows, Linux, or macOS. Now I'll return you to this video, already in progress. Drop a comment if you'd like me to dig into any of these apps a bit more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.